Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here, playing Trials Fusion DLC number 6 in what might be my last ever Trials Fusion video. This is a guide for Rhetoric and Romance, which is going on all 5 dates with SynDI on the After the Incident DLC. Before we get started, a quick shout out to our sponsor. Without them, this video wouldn't be possible. If you're interested in a monthly Geek and Gamer subscription box starting at only $13.37, you can check the link in the description. Use the code LOOTSCREEN in order to get 10% off, and it helps the channel. It's a win-win. Thanks, guys. Now, let's just jump straight into the video. There are a total of 5 dates, and for whatever reason, the game will track them as squirrels. So, yeah, what you're going to want to do is find all 5 of the blue glowing cylindrical tubes, and then that will start a cutscene with SynDI. You actually have to watch the entire cutscene, so make sure you don't press B or back out or anything. Make sure you go all the way to the very end. And that's about it. After finding all 5, you'll get the achievement or trophy. Now, I usually skip this kind of stuff, but I decided to leave it in because I know a lot of people like the backstory, and there is quite some cool stuff going on. So I'm going to make sure to leave this, and I'll join you back up on the second collectible.
Standing on your behalf. Arrived from the rings of Saturn in your very solar system. When it was realized that this comet was on a collision course with Earth, a mission to land on the comet was embarked on. Alas, when approaching the comet, the shuttle completely vanished. The comet actually contained stuff you wouldn't understand. To you, it would have just appeared as regular rock and ice. And it was just one of many propagated throughout the universe.
Now, the second date can be found on the track Forgotten Peak. About 30 seconds into the track, you'll be coming through this area, and there'll be a large kind of earthquake / avalanche behind me. You'll come up onto this, and instead of going across where you see that candle in the background, just drop down and then hook your back tire, do a little flip, and land in this area next to the glowing blue tube, and that'll start date number 2. Again, I'll join you back up at number 3.
Let's continue the story, shall we? As the seemingly ordinary comet hit Antarctica, there was rapid warming and climate change of the surrounding areas. And it wasn't long before that intense beam of light suddenly emanated from the crater site. Research scientists, excavators, and security gathered and settled on the now habitable continent. This gathering developed into a hyper-advanced megalopolis at a suspiciously staggering rate. The beam was in fact a signal. The beacon was ready to be prepared. The original inhabitants of the megalopolis are safely frozen, and clones mass-produced. Unsuitable candidates were, of course, disposed of beforehand. But after each rebirth, you seem to learn from what came before. That's why you're my favorite.
The third date, or squirrel, or whatever you want to call it, can be found on the track Overflow. After coming through this area, you'll come up onto here, come up onto here, come up onto here. You can actually spot it in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen if you pay close enough attention. But as you see this kind of big circle obstacle in front of you, this very, very round edge, you're actually just going to want to hook your back tire over and do a little bit of a front flip and then bail down behind you into those stairs, landing next to the blue tube, starting the third cinematic.
Now, where were we? Ah, yes. You see, It may seem like what we're doing is wrong to you. But imagine that an AI on Earth designed to manufacture paperclips was so advanced that it went ahead and transformed the entire planet into a paperclip manufacturer. Doing so at all costs. Well, what created me has its goals too. What you won't realize is that your own species had blown it before the comet even arrived. A human-created AI, known to us as stellar wind, had become so advanced, to you anyway, that it had already seized control of all communication and command of the planet. All they had to do then was manipulate this one AI, and the whole planet would be working toward their goals. Humanity's greatest accomplishment yet had been entirely overrun in a matter of moments.
For the fourth one, we're going to be on Storm Chaser right from the very beginning of the level. Just continue forward. Again, you can fault as many times as you want. Doesn't really matter. Come up onto this part. Make sure you don't overshoot. Get into this barn. You should be able to see the glowing blue tube already. Just come up onto this checkpoint. You don't actually have to trigger it. And then just go backwards and fall into this area. You don't actually have to do like a backflip like I did. And that'll start the fourth date for you.
Most of the planet's efforts were focused on activating this beacon that had been packaged, sealed, and delivered to Earth. Activating the beacon in the comet's core could have caused a Planktackian chain reaction with their other planetary seeds. A process said to give them the ability to recalibrate fundamental laws of the universe, such as the speed of light or the rules of gravity. A process certain to wipe the universal biological slate clean. This was their ultimate goal.
The fifth and final date / squirrel of this DLC is found on the level Static Discharge. It is in the same area you would find part number 3 of the lightning rod. You're going to come up onto these stairs, back up, fall into this area, and then all you're going to need to do is bail kind of where I'm bailing. It can be a little bit difficult, might take you 1 or 2 tries, and land up onto here, and that'll start the fifth and final date. Upon completion of the cinematic, you will unlock the achievement or trophy, and I'll actually join you guys back up at the very end of this video in order to just say my goodbyes for Trials Fusion.
Upon attempting to activate the beacon, there was an error. A simple error caused by one of the absorbed astronauts on that fateful shuttle mission. Like you, he seemed to learn, to grow. He must have become self-aware during the trials and purposely caused an anomaly. Like a misfiring synapse when you forget a sentence halfway through. The beam produced intense feedback, halting their plans to activate the beacon. The feedback from this error has sent your planet into the dark age it is in today. With all of the Earth's AI under one control, now departed, you are back to square one. Don't you just feel free again?
So that about wraps things up. That's the final achievement or trophy you should need in the final DLC unless anything is announced in the future. This is about it. If you've been one of the people who have followed me since the very beginning of my Trials Fusions videos, thanks for all your love and support. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, so hopefully I see you in the future. Thanks for watching. Peace.